Success is not a miracle. It is not granted by fate. Success is created by thought, by action, by habit. And if you are willing to take control of these three forces, there is no limit to what you can become. I speak not of fleeting inspiration or shallow motivation. I speak of transformation, of the kind of shift that changes how you walk, how you speak, how you live. Because when your mind evolves, your world follows. It begins with clarity. You must know what you want, not vaguely, not someday, but with precision. A mind without a goal is like a ship without a rudder. It moves, but it drifts. The most powerful minds in history were not the most intelligent. They were the most focused. Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford. They didn't chase everything. They devoted themselves to one thing. And that one thing changed the world. Decide what you want. Write it down. Make it so clear that you can see it when you close your eyes. Say it until your tongue and your spirit are in alignment. Because the moment you declare your purpose, the universe begins to rearrange in your favor. You will begin to notice doors where before there were only walls. That is the magic of direction. And once you have direction, you must take control of the force that bridges thought and result. Discipline. Discipline is the daily commitment to do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It is the only way to build momentum. Talent without discipline is like a rocket without fuel. You may have the design, the potential, even the dream, but without discipline, you will never take flight. You must build your life like an architect builds a cathedral, brick by brick, habit by habit. Every morning you rise is a vote for the person you wish to become. Wake up early, read, reflect, plan, move your body, nourish your mind. These are not trivial acts. These are the rituals of kings and conquerors. When repeated with intent, they will shape your future like clay in the hands of a master. The next step is association. Who you surround yourself with will determine your trajectory. You cannot soar with eagles while walking with pigeons. Choose your circle like you choose your future. Align with those who challenge you, who sharpen your mind, who inspire bold action. Build your own mastermind, a council of accountability, a community of visionaries, because in unity there is acceleration. Then comes the secret weapon of all successful people, initiative, the ability to move before being asked, to act without needing reassurance. Initiative is the spark that lights the fire. It is the trait that turns dreamers into doers. You must become the kind of person who doesn't wait for permission. You create the opportunity. You walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere because your presence is powered by purpose. And when the world throws adversity your way, and it will, you must activate your resilience. The bounce-back muscle. The inner flame that cannot be extinguished. Resilience is not the absence of pain, it is the refusal to be conquered by it. Every great person you admire has been tested by fire. What makes them great is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of persistence. Each time you rise from failure, you become more dangerous. Each time you endure when others quit, you become more unstoppable. Your setbacks are not signals to stop. They are stairways to mastery. Walk them with pride. Your scars are not shameful. They are symbols that you have lived, fought, and grown. The next cornerstone of greatness is focus, controlled attention. In a world screaming for your time, the ability to lock in on what matters is rare, and the rare become rulers. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Cut distractions at the root. Focus is your superpower. When you concentrate fully on a single task, you bring to bear the full force of your potential. With focus comes momentum, and with momentum comes belief. You must cultivate a positive mental attitude, not because life is easy, but because your mission demands it. Positivity is not delusion, it is discipline. It is the choice to see possibility even in the storm. The champions of history did not win because it was easy. They won because they believed when it was hard. And what sustains you through the long road? Gratitude and humility. Gratitude keeps you grounded. It reminds you that every step forward is a privilege, that no matter how high you climb, the view is a gift. And humility keeps you teachable, because the moment you believe you know it all, you stop growing. Be bold, but stay humble. Be proud, but stay hungry. Lastly, you must commit to continuous learning. The world does not stop changing, so neither can you. Read daily, reflect often, challenge assumptions, ask better questions, stay curious, stay a student. Because a sharpened mind is an undefeated weapon. This is the path, the narrow road carved not for the faint-hearted, but for the relentless. The road paved not with luck, but with daily intention. It is the path that calls few, but crowns fewer. And those it crowns are not the ones who merely wish, they are the ones who do. This path is lined with struggle, yes, but also with unmatched reward. You will not always see the results instantly. There will be days, maybe weeks, where it feels like you are walking blind. But progress is rarely visible in the moment. It's felt in the aftermath. One day you will look back and realize that the mountain you thought would break you actually built you. The discipline you resisted became your armor. The repetition you once hated became your rhythm. Every repetition you complete, every difficult choice you make, every second you invest in your growth, it matters. It is not lost. It is compounding. Because the universe does not ignore the man who keeps showing up. It does not withhold reward from the one who sacrifices comfort for greatness. Your time is not wasted. Your sweat is not wasted. Your effort is the currency of transformation. And so you must stay the course. When others rest, you rise. When others distract themselves, you double down. Because you are not most people, you are becoming the one. The one who leads, the one who finishes, the one who wins. When the mind whispers not today, you answer especially today. Because discipline is no longer a task, it's your identity. You are no longer dragging yourself forward, you are pulled forward by purpose. And that purpose has teeth. It bites into excuses, it devours delay, it wakes you up earlier, it makes your steps heavier with certainty. Understand this. The world will not reward your intentions. It will reward your standards, your standard of effort, your standard of communication, your standard of leadership. Raise them again and again, because your standards will either stretch you or shrink you, and you have come too far to shrink. Hold yourself to the highest standard even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching, because those unseen moments build the foundation of the person the world will eventually applaud. If you build your life for praise, you will collapse without it. But if you build it with character, no applause will ever define you, and no criticism will ever destroy you. You are not chasing approval. You are chasing alignment with who you know you were meant to be. You are no longer asking for permission. You are walking with permission already granted by your Creator, by your potential, by your vision. You may lose some people on this path. That is the cost of clarity. Not everyone is meant to join you in your next chapter. Let them go. You are not abandoning them. You are answering a calling they cannot yet hear. And your growth may make them uncomfortable, but that is not your burden. Stay aligned. Stay elevated. Keep writing your story in silence. Let the results speak. And when they ask you how you did it, you won't say luck. You'll say, I showed up every day when no one clapped, when no one believed, when no one knew, but I knew, and that was enough. You will not stumble into greatness. You will walk into it brick by brick, step by step, armed with faith, driven by hunger, and you are becoming one.